Installing a Photoshop brush. Take some time to explore the brushes available for Photoshop. Once you have located a brush that you would like to explore, go ahead and download it. This download came with just one file, a .abr, and that's my Adobe Brushes file. This is the file that I'll want to import into my Brushes panel. In Adobe Photoshop, I'm going to want to view my Brushes panel. So I'll go under the Window menu and navigate down to Brushes. The Brushes panel will open with the Brush Settings panel. Those two will come together. The Brush Settings allows us to alter or edit specific settings for the brush. In the Brushes panel, I'm going to use the drop-down menu at the upper right, and I want to import brushes. Import brushes will take me to my brushes folder in Adobe where the software is actually installed. Since I saved this in a different folder, I'm going to have to navigate to that location. I want to look for a .abr file. That's my Adobe Brushes file. Once it's open, I should be able to look around in the Brushes panel and find the brush set or individual brush that I installed. So mine happens to be here at the bottom of the list. It was the Snowflake Brushes. And I can open, right now it's collapsed, I can open and see the brushes. Let's experiment with these brushes just a bit. You can see there are different presets that are saved here. So what I'm going to do is change my foreground color. I'm going to select my Brushes tool, just the regular brush tool, and we're going to look at one of those snowflake brushes. And you can see when I go out onto my artboard, the preview is very, very large, and that's the way the snowflake brush was built. So I need to decrease the size. In fact, if you look up here in the upper left, you can see 2067, very large. Let's change that size down quite a bit to something a little bit more manageable. We want to have it large enough that we can see it. Alright, so I'm going to go out into my artboard and I'm going to click. And there it is. So if I do want to increase my brush size, I can use my square bracket key on my keyboard. The right square bracket key will increase the size, left will decrease. So by just doing one single click, I can put a picture of this brush out there. Now if I click and drag, I get a linear element with basically a smudge of that brush. So I'm not able to see those individual flakes. This is where I can go into my brush settings, play with my the attributes in there. As far as scattering, I can change the dynamics, how close they are together, the spacing. And if I do that and now drag, I can see the individual flakes. So do some exploration with your brush. Take a screenshot of Brushes panel. I want this panel here to indicate the brush that you installed, as well as a little bit of a preview of your experimentation.